Your focus is your greatest superpower in a world full of noise and confusion. Every beep, every scroll, and every notification steals a piece of your attention. We live in a time where distraction is the new disease and attention is the new currency. The difference between success and failure today isn't intelligence, it's focus. Those who can control their attention can shape their entire destiny with precision, like a laser cutting through steel. A focused mind can achieve what seems impossible. But when your attention is scattered, your potential fades into the background. You can't build greatness if your mind is constantly divided between 100 things. True success begins when you learn to silence the noise and master your concentration. Because when your focus sharpens, every dream you chase comes within your reach. Realize that focus is a choice, not a gift. Most people believe focus is something you either have or you don't. But that's wrong. Focus is not a natural talent. It's a trained mental muscle built through discipline. Every day, your mind is pulled in 1,000 directions, begging for your attention. You have to make a conscious decision about what truly deserves your mental energy. When you treat focus like a skill, you realize you can strengthen it through practice. Start by saying no to what doesn't matter. That's where true control begins. Your time and attention are limited, so stop giving them to meaningless distractions. Every yes to noise is a no to your purpose, and every no builds your strength. You don't lose focus because you're weak. You lose it because you haven't trained it. Choose to control your attention, and you'll soon discover the power within your mind. Eliminate the invisible thieves of attention. Distraction isn't always loud. Sometimes it's quiet and disguised as harmless habits. Endless scrolling, random thoughts, constant checking, all drain your mental power. Your brain wasn't designed to multitask with 1,000 inputs fighting for space. Each time you switch tasks, your focus resets and your productivity drops sharply. To focus like a laser, identify and remove the invisible thieves of your attention. Turn off unnecessary notifications and stop allowing your phone to control your peace. Give your mind the silence it needs to recharge and think deeply again. The smartest thinkers protect their focus as fiercely as their most valuable asset. Distraction is easy to fall into, but awareness is the weapon that defeats it. The moment you start noticing what's stealing your time, your clarity returns. Create a deep work zone. You cannot expect deep focus in a chaotic environment filled with interruptions. To work like a laser, you must build a mental and physical space for concentration. Create a deep work zone, a space free from noise, clutter, and digital temptations. When you enter this zone, your mind knows it's time to perform at its highest level. Eliminate background noise, set clear intentions, and train your brain to go deeper. The more consistently you protect this environment, the faster your focus grows. You'll start noticing that even a single hour of deep work can outshine an entire day. Discipline creates momentum, and momentum fuels extraordinary productivity. Make focus your daily ritual, not a random burst of inspiration. Because when focus becomes your habit, excellence becomes your lifestyle. Train your brain to resist distractions. Your brain loves novelty. It constantly seeks new stimulation and reward. That's why distractions feel satisfying for a moment, but leave you mentally empty. To break this cycle, you must train your brain like a disciplined athlete. Start small, set a timer for 25 minutes, and give something your full attention. When your mind wanders, gently bring it back without judgment. That's training. Over time, you'll notice your mental endurance improving like a muscle growing stronger. Avoid switching between tasks. Finish one thing completely before moving to the next. Each victory over distraction rewires your brain for sharper concentration. The battle for focus isn't won in a single day. It's won through daily repetition. And every moment you choose focus over distraction, you reclaim your inner power. The power of single tasking. Multitasking looks productive, but it's actually the biggest enemy of efficiency. When you divide your attention, your brain loses clarity, precision, and depth. Single tasking, on the other hand, allows your full energy to target one goal at a time. It's like using a magnifying glass to direct sunlight. It burns through resistance. Focus all your attention on the task before you and give it everything you have. You'll be amazed at how quickly your creativity, accuracy, and speed multiply. Every masterpiece in history was created through focused, uninterrupted effort. The more you practice single tasking, the more control you gain over your attention. Multitasking creates noise. Focus creates results that echo far beyond your effort. Do one thing fully, and you'll do more than most people do in an entire day. Guard your energy like treasure. Focus is not just about time, it's about energy. You can have hours available, but if your energy is drained, focus becomes impossible. Protect your mental energy by controlling what enters your mind each day. Avoid unnecessary drama, negative conversations, and digital overload. Feed your brain with inspiration, learning, and positive thoughts that empower you. When your energy is high, your attention becomes razor sharp and unstoppable. The strongest minds know when to work, when to rest, and when to disconnect. Recharge through silence, nature, and moments of deep reflection. You can't pour from an empty cup. Energy management is focus management. Guard your energy, and you'll guard your ability to create, lead, and achieve. Build focus through routines. Discipline creates focus, and focus creates mastery. It's that simple. When your day has structure, your mind wastes less energy on decision fatigue. A strong morning routine sets the tone for your entire day's concentration. Plan your priorities, schedule deep work, and avoid randomness at all costs. Each routine act builds mental automation, freeing your brain for creative power. Small, consistent rituals sharpen your focus far more than sudden motivation ever will. You don't rise to the level of your goals. You fall to the strength of your habits. When your life becomes structured, distractions lose their grip on your attention. Routines create rhythm, and rhythm transforms chaos into clarity and power. Build routines that guide your energy instead of wasting it aimlessly. Learn to say no without guilt. Every time you say yes to something unimportant, you say no to your dreams. Smart thinkers understand that focus requires boundaries and selective attention. You can't do everything, and that's perfectly fine, because not everything matters. Saying no is not arrogance. It's a declaration of self-respect and clarity. Protect your focus from people, tasks, and distractions that drain your purpose. Embrace silence and solitude. Noise kills clarity. Silence brings it back to life. In solitude, your mind finally gets the space to think, reflect, and reset. Most people fear silence because they can't face their own scattered thoughts. But the smartest minds use it as a tool to sharpen their awareness and insight. Spend time alone daily, even a few minutes, to recharge your mental battery. Disconnect from screens, step away from the crowd, and breathe in stillness. Silence reveals answers that constant noise hides from your awareness. In those quiet moments, creativity blossoms and direction becomes clear. Solitude isn't loneliness. It's the sacred space where vision is born. Seek silence often, and you'll discover your truest form of inner focus. Remember, focus creates freedom. Most people think freedom means doing everything, but real freedom is doing what matters. When your focus sharpens, your time becomes more meaningful and your purpose clear. You stop reacting to life and start designing it with calm intention and power. Focus is the doorway to peace, productivity, and personal greatness. It allows you to work less, achieve more, and live with deep inner satisfaction. Every successful person you admire mastered this one skill above all others. They learned to protect their attention like a priceless treasure chest, because your focus determines the quality of your thoughts, and your thoughts shape your world. Cut out the noise, simplify your direction, and move with laser-like clarity. When you focus like a laser, success stops being distant. It becomes inevitable. Distractions will always exist. They're not going away. But your control over them can grow. Focus isn't about fighting the world. It's about mastering your mind and choosing your attention. Each moment you resist distraction, your mind grows stronger and more disciplined. In time, you'll find yourself achieving more with less effort and deeper joy. Remember, a scattered mind accomplishes little, but a focused one moves mountains. Train your brain, protect your attention, and guard your energy like gold. You don't need more time. You need more focus on what truly matters. When your vision becomes clear, distractions lose their power completely. So silence the noise, strengthen your purpose, and aim your mind like a laser. Because the moment you learn to focus, your life begins to change forever.